All right, good morning, guys. Melissa here. I am headed to church, something I have done for years, regularly. I mean, there are times that I haven't gone, here and there, but for the most part, over 30 years of going to church. And that helps you build your life stronger. Speaking of that, last night, let's talk about Kevin Leandros. Last night, he has a public YouTube channel, much like I do. Comments are welcome everywhere from everybody. And so I made a comment last night, right? I have a marriage video too, a marriage YouTube channel where I talk about my husband and exactly what he did, and not only what he did do, but what he continues to do. So I had made a comment on Kevin's channel. This is called Melba's Nightmare, so he's actually harassing me still. And he's like, I'm blocking you. I'm blocking you. So I have a lot of channels because I'm expanding, right? And he's like, I I'm blocking this channel too, and I'm blocking this channel. And he doesn't like that I held him accountable for what he did. So he's like, I'm like, you tore down an entire family with your lies in court. Not only did my husband push me, but he's like, he never touched you in court. Then he says when I was in New Hampshire in June to deal with storage, he said that I was by his house and he saw me on the road. We were staring at each other, etc., etc. This huge lie, and tries to get a restraining order on me from the court. So then the court puts this, I don't know what it is. They told me it's just for the divorce part. I don't know. Said, okay, we'll have a restraining order on based on that I can't go by Kevin. I don't even know where the guy lives, right? So when I confronted him last night with all his lies and how I will continue to confront his lies, I blocked you. I said, you tore down a whole family. He's like, no, Ben had an evil wife. Ben did not have an evil wife. Number one, as a Christian, he's got one of the top type of wives around. Number two, he's like, I did help a man. I helped a man who was homeless. This man did not want to take care of the home he had. He didn't want to pay Mike. He didn't want to deal with Mike. He didn't want to stay. He's like, I'm done dealing with this home. He didn't want to do this. A person who lacks a character such as leaving his family, it's not just one mistake he made, it's the whole moral fiber of a person. So not only did he leave his family, but then he left us homeless. I was talking to somebody yesterday how he left us literally homeless. I mean, if he would have luckily I had just come over here to help a son, and he's like, I have nowhere in New Hampshire for you, when he was living with Kevin. So he will not take responsibility for what he did. And Kevin's like, I'm worth millions. So who cares? Who cares? When you don't have character and you can go around destroying people's lives and slandering everybody, not just me, including those in the newspaper that he does. He was on the budget committee. I'm like, are you serious? This guy lies through his teeth. How did he get all his money? Honestly, how did he get money? Was it through the budget committee? Was he double dipping? What was he doing? And then he talks about how Ben is happy now. Really? Well, then why is he up at night watching my channel on marriage? Kevin was up my time. I'm 2 hours behind, so he was up until about 2 or 3 last night. He stays on social media late, at least for a Saturday night. The guy acts like he's somebody he is not. He claims he has his own business. Okay, I don't really see him doing much with his business. He's now on YouTube talking about his guns. Get a life, Kevin. No one cares. No one cares about your YouTube channel. So this guy is just so off balance with everything. Totally unhinged. So not only was he not a friend to Ben by trying to bring his family down, and rumor is Ben didn't really want a divorce, Kevin probably took the money from his mother, Ben's mother, in order to do a divorce, right? He doesn't have any real abilities that I can see. So, anyways, and on top of that, he says that he doesn't wear a helmet in New Hampshire because he's been riding for 30 years and he doesn't need one. Have you ever heard of anything so stupid in your life? I mean, if you go take any motorcycle class from any dealership, one of the most important things they will teach you is safety. And the very fact that I brought a helmet, which is just your basic helmet, it's not even a full face, a lot of people will frown on that because they're like, no, you need a full face helmet. And I personally have been like, oh, I feel kind of claustrophobic in it. But they're like, no, you have to protect your face can get skidded, your brain. If you're on a motorcycle accident, if you're in one, you are not coming home. You are not coming home if you don't have protection. Not only the helmet, but then they recommend, long sleeve shirts, something lighter, obviously when it's warm out. They recommend, you have a leather jacket, leather pants, the right kind of boots, the right kind of glasses. I mean, this is why they like the full face. Safety is huge. And I'll tell you, I did not know this. When I used to ride on the back of my husband's motorcycle, I did not know how important safety is. I wore heels on the back of my husband's motorcycle. I never wore a helmet. I didn't think it was that important. My husband didn't, and I didn't think it was that important. But when you see really the accidents out there and how many people get hurt, especially in intersections, it is amazing how many people get hurt. So the very fact a guy who has a family like Kevin and thinks it's okay to risk his life every single time he's out motorcycle riding without a helmet is real stupidity. It really is foolish. This is just one area of his life that has showed ultimate foolishness. Now bring that into other parts of his life. Okay, the guy is divorced. He has an ex-wife. As far as I know, it's like, okay, where is your moral fiber? Everything you do wrong. They say the way a person does one thing is how they do everything. Everything he does, from his family to going after people on the budget committee, to coming after me, to trying to destroy his family, my husband's family. He's like, oh, this man just wasn't happy and all I did was go to court and represent him. No, he didn't. He actually lied about everything. And there's nothing that I don't think there's one piece of truth that comes out of this guy's mouth. What did he say last night? He had said something. He kept talking to me, although he's blocking me. He said something about, I forget what it was. Oh, that I have 26 Facebook accounts. No, I don't. I don't have 26 Facebook accounts. He goes on and on and on, and he will make up lies constantly. Everyone lies once in a while, right? We have all been guilty of that sin. But this guy, on and on and on he lies. It's like, does he even understand truth? I don't think he does. And then he wanted to bring someone else into the battle. He accused me of having an affair with this person, which is the furthest from the truth. And the reason why I don't really care about this accusation too much is because there's no truth to it. If I thought there was truth to it, I'd be fighting, right? There's no truth to it. So Ben, poor Ben, he watches my social media and supposedly he's happy. Look at the type of people he put himself around. Look at this. He leaves a beautiful family, his beautiful wife, a wife who's good, a wife who loves him, a wife who tries to do what's right. Even in trial, she tries to do what's right. And he has twisted this and turned everything into something it's not. He left his beautiful sons, He doesn't bother with his sons. If they reach out, he doesn't really want to ask how they are. I mean, on and on. The guy has gone the wrong way. I don't know if he can redeem himself. I really don't know. If he wants to take some responsibility, maybe he can redeem himself. And yes, I do love him, but can I trust him? Everything he has showed me says no. Believe who people show you they are. Not somebody who made a mistake once, but somebody who continually will not take responsibility for his actions and what he has done. He wanted to be homeless. He had plenty of times to be in a hotel. He didn't want to be. He could have come over here. Just fly over. It's not that hard. He could have done a million things, and of all the choices, he chose the absolutely worst in every situation. So, I am still bringing this to court. Court papers will be filed. I do have the court sending me the right papers because they said the last papers were not right. And I'm like, what do you mean this has to be sworn in? I got notarized. And they're like, no, I think it was more about the papers. Because I'm like, well, I copied those papers off the internet, so don't know what the problem is. So anyways, guys, a man who leaves you after 33 years and since second grade will not be happy. I was talking to a friend yesterday about this, and he's like, yeah. I go, so I said, this is my full name with the Marie. He goes, oh, Marie too. That's a beautiful name. I go, yeah, I married my husband for the name. And I have a dry sense of humor. And he's like, seriously? I go, that's what I told him. And I go, no, I married for love. But that I did tell my husband that when we got married. And he's like, that's funny. And I'm like, yeah. And I go, so when we had a divorce, he tried to take my name. And I'm like, you're not taking my name. I like my name. So he's like, yeah, he did. And I'm like, yeah. So I tell everyone what happened, right? And I go, in fact, when I was in a trailer with my 5 sons, his mother called me a gold digger in a trailer. He's like, where's his gold? I'm like, there ain't no gold. He's never had gold. Maybe now his parents paid him, but he never had gold. I married for love, I said. So he's like, 5 kids in a trailer? And I'm like, yep. And he goes, oh my gosh, I would have stopped after 1 in a trailer. And I'm like, nope, not me. So 3 in a bunk bed, not a big deal, right? 2 bunk beds in a bigger room. I said we had bunk beds and then another bed in the big room. And then we had added on another room. And I said, when the older boys were older, we had a big yard. We were always out and gone. Teenagers, they were out, had their own life. We had 2 more by then. They were in our room. We had plenty of room. We had a very busy life. A lot of people feel like they have to have a bunch of stuff in their home, but you don't. If you manage your home and you have plenty of time with your kids, you can work around a limited space. So, yeah. So it worked for us, and that's what we did. And a lot of people are like, this is why I have a pro-life channel. Not only did I have a forced abortion, but I have gone through hardship myself. Not specifically with a trailer because we were a very close-knit family, but hardship with a husband who won't take responsibility, hardship with a husband who will not provide. He wouldn't, pick up a budget. He didn't want to help once he tried, and he's like, this is too hard. A husband who doesn't want to take care of his family, forced abortion, on and on it goes. Go through those hardships, guys. Family, a mother-in-law who's nasty to the bone, along with a father-in-law, nasty, nasty, nasty. Go through the trials, guys. It makes you stronger. So I intend to give myself some more trials with Mr. Leandro because I am going to continue to stand up and voice myself. Somebody said last night, why is this on the internet? Well, you got court papers that have a bunch of lies, so I am going to refute those lies continually until Mr. Leandro takes responsibility for his actions. So thanks for joining me, guys. Do not be afraid of the trials. Kevin's like, can't wait for the new papers. Can't wait for court. Me neither, Kevin. Can't wait. This guy is off his rocker. He needs some mental help. I don't know if because he served in the military, he's got post-traumatic stress, whatever his problem is. He thinks because he's a Marine that he can do anything he wants. So keep on, ladies. Part of life is the trials. Take them, embrace them, bring it is what you want to say to people. Just bring it. Bring on the lies and bring on the more lies because the truth will stand in the end. All right. Thanks for joining me, guys.